Now, Alabama's 13 Sports.
A week full of fundamentals continues today in Tuscaloosa. The Crimson Tide is starting off practice for the national championship game by getting back to the basics. For the third straight day, Alabama practiced indoors. The BCS title game is in the Superdome, which has artificial turf and a constant temperature. So what's going to be different about this game? New schemes, new wrinkles? Nick Saban says, nope, not really.
It's not all about scheme. It's not all about how long you have to prepare. I mean, how much can you change? Your players are still going to do what they do best in terms of what they know. I think that you try to improve and correct the things that you didn't do very well in the first time around.
The Auburn Tigers said farewell to their practice facility today. The next time the team gets together, it will be in Atlanta for the Chick-fil-A Bowl. Head coach Gene Chizik says he's not likely to name new coordinators to replace Gus Malzahn and Ted Roof before Christmas. Defensive end Devontae Sigler says he likes his temporary defensive coordinator. Moving to Division 6A, Opelika taking home field advantage in round 2 of the playoffs. The Bulldogs taking on Daphne tonight. On their first possession, the Bulldogs driving 62 yards, and then from 2 yards out, quarterback Matthew Christian running it in to make it a 7-0 game. Daphne trying to respond, but is forced to punt after its first possession, and that would be much the same for the first half. Opelika again here knocking on the door just outside the 10, but on 3rd and 8, Christian fails to put it in the end zone, bringing up 4th down. But Coach Brian Blackman deciding to skip the field goal and go for the touchdown on 4th and 8. And note, again, coming up short. But that wouldn't stop the Bulldogs coming out of the second half. Opelika advances to the 3rd round, beating Daphne 24-17. Taking a look at some other scores across the area, also in 6A play, Auburn High traveling to Mobile, taking on McGill-Tulane, who is ranked 2nd in that division. Auburn and McGill-Tulane taking it into overtime, tied at 21, but it would be Auburn High coming out on top after they go for 2, 29-28. Auburn High will now play Opelika High in round 3 next week. In 4A play, number 2 Beauregard playing at Hanley. The Hornets advancing to the next round, beating Hanley 36-21. And in 1A play, Notasulga High School coming up short, falling 32-16 to McIntosh. You can be so close, but losing by 1 point. Lee Scott, they almost had it there.
Yeah, and there's only one, number 1.
There it
yes.
is.
Well, still to come on Alabama First News, if you don't have Twinkies in the cupboard, you might not have any. We'll tell you why when we get back.